so clear from the first teacher I had in fourth grade all the way through my teachers in 12th that every teacher wanted to be there. Every teacher had this passion for the subject they were teaching. Every teacher was curious and cared about instilling that sense of curiosity in their class as well. It was infectious, I think, from the teachers, down to all the students, and then it became something that was like infectious from your peers and from your friends. The sense of community at Dalton is something that was so apparent when I was there, and I think has become even more apparent after I left. It's shown through the community of teachers and faculty as well, and I think that translated into really amazing experiences for students because the teachers felt really connected as well. I think a lot of schools with Dalton's level of academic pedigree also have a lot of competitiveness, and Dalton was special in that it had that level of academic rigor, but without that level of like zero-sum competitiveness and this focus on like moving forward together, which I really appreciated. Of the three pillars of the Dalton plan, house is definitely the one that sticks out most to me when I reflect back on my Dalton experience. And a big part of that was the house model and the house structure. It was the organizing architecture of everything we did. I remember not only the close relationship with that teacher, Miss Edinger, who was able not only to be a great teacher in the subject that she taught, but also pull together the different parts of my experience with other teachers and have that holistic view. But the community that she built within our house was really powerful. And then in high school, the nature of the house model shifted and became an even bigger part of my Dalton experience. Students from all four classes, which is often rare in high school, like each age difference can feel big, and you don't often get chances outside of sports maybe to interact with other classes, but house was a great way to meet older students when I was younger and then to make connections with younger students. I remember just looking forward to that like 10 or 15 minutes every morning just to get a chance to reset, see friends, like see my house advisors. So yeah, that was a huge part of the community. Dalton is a demanding place, but a supportive place. Through lab, through all of the teachers who really cared about us learning and not just handing something in, provided the support that I needed to get through that. I really had no idea what I wanted to do. I had ultimately studied or majored in computer science, but had taken a lot of classes in other areas and didn't feel like I wanted to do engineering at that point, but wanted to hopefully end up somewhere that involved the intersection of tech and other things I was interested in. And I found a company that was just starting up that was working on providing critical medical supplies using drones to areas that were hard to access. And the company had designed and built and manufactured this drone that could basically autonomously deliver medical supplies up to about 50 miles away from its home base to areas that are otherwise, hard to access. And the company had just started operations in Rwanda and was seeing really promising results there and looking to expand. And I had no experience with operations, which is what they were looking for at the time, but they were early stage and they were willing to take bets on people. And I decided I'd try this out for 6 months. So I moved out to Rwanda, working with the team there and collaborating with our team in the US based in California to build and scale our operations. We basically have these distribution centers where we store medical products. At the time, it was just blood products. Now it includes vaccines, antibiotics, all sorts of medical products. And we serve hundreds of health facilities in the area. They give us a call or send us a message on WhatsApp when they need a product. And our team takes it from our warehouse where we store it, packs it into a drone, sends the drone off, and within between 5 and 30 minutes, the drone will basically airdrop it to wherever it's needed. It ties back to a lot of what I feel like I learned at Dalton. I think, that aspect of curiosity, of being excited about and having the confidence to tackle something new, even if you haven't done it before and don't exactly know how to do it. I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot the hard way, but I think it's all been very experiential and I feel really grateful to have had the opportunity.